with a porn addiction who's having trouble connecting to women in the real world. Well, it might be fiction, but in real life, that story is not uncommon. Internet porn is a multi-billion-dollar business, and a study we saw in Huffington Post said internet porn sites get more visitors every month than Netflix, Amazon, and Twitter combined. New York Times bestselling author Dr. Ian Kerner is here to offer the man's perspective, and lending insight to the female point of view is Dr. Wendy Walsh, author of The 30-Day Love Detox. Okay. So, Wendy, a recent study said that the average single man watches porn 3 times a week for a total of about 2 hours. So those are single men. What about men in committed relationships?
It's about 20 minutes twice a week for men in committed relationships. So they're competing. Those women on those porn screens are competing with us.
Okay, so Dr. Kerner, why? What is it about porn that men want to watch it so much?
Well, I mean, first of all, on a very obvious level, it's there. Okay, I mean, it's simply there. If you look at the way men are wired, you know, a guy sees something sexy, he has a sexy thought, he very much wants to act on that desire, which is different than the way women respond to stimulus. I think with porn, there's also a thing where for a lot of guys, it's kind of like a 30-second spa day. You know, it's not the biggest deal in the world. It's a chance to relax, de-stress, blow off some steam.
And you say it's sort of porn is like a pedicure for a woman. Porn is to a man.
Well, I like, you know, we saw the movie, and certainly in the movie, Don John has some problematic behaviors with porn. But the other side of it is that one of the reasons it's so popular is because also couples are sharing it together. You know, there are a lot of couples who are in long-term relationships who are enjoying porn. There are men who are using it in very non-problematic ways. So I don't necessarily always cast it as a problem.
Right. In fact, you're doing some very interesting research, Wendy, about women and pornography.
So women's sexuality, as you alluded to, is very different. You know, men almost kind of need the pipes cleaned every once in a while, but women have sex for very different reasons. It's a combination of biology, sociology, psychology, and they tend to get aroused when they see someone they're interested in, but sometimes they have sex because they have a desire to be desired. And when women do use porn, it's most often with a partner, and often they're complying with him. Chicks generally don't watch porn alone.
No, but they are watching it increasingly to kind of to spice up their sex lives. Is that right?
Well, I think we're in this high-supply sexual economy where a lot of women have adopted a male model of sexuality, the 50 Shades of Grey idea, where we're now mixing a kind of pornography with romance to try to get more women into the industry. I don't think that this is necessarily good or bad as long as it's done carefully. But I think the key to getting off porn for those that do get addicted, because it can disable men, they can't fantasize anymore, is for couples to start to focus on how to create some excitement in